Hey guys, today I'll be sharing a little bit more about LMIA, a little bit of background, and where am I currently in the process. So, a quick context and background of LMIA. So, LMIA is actually the Labor Market Impact Assessment. So, basically, it's a document that your employer in Canada may need before hiring or getting a foreign worker. So basically, a positive LMIA, once the employer applies for it, will show that there is a need for a foreign worker to fill in the job. So basically, if you're not yet a PR resident or you are still under a temporary status here in Canada, this is something that your employer will have to show to the government that there is a need for a positive LMIA for you to stay and extend kind of your work permit. So some reminders if you're taking the LMIA route. First is that as an employee, you do not have the power to apply for an LMIA. So really, it would depend on your employer. So if you don't have a job yet and you think that you might need an LMIA support, it's very important to apply for jobs that can give an LMIA. Or if you already have a job and you're like me, where your work permit is almost expiring. In my case, it's expiring by mid-June 2024. I had to talk to my employer and see if they can do the application. If the employer gets a positive LMIA, I would be technically under a closed work permit. So I can only work for my named employer. And I think it will be for about 2 years. So first reminder is it's the employer who will directly apply for the LMIA and not the employee. Second reminder is that there are different approved streams under LMIA, and if you Google just like LMIA IRCC, how to get an LMIA, you can see that Canada listed out different types of LMIA streams. So there's high wage workers, low wage workers, seasonal agriculture worker program or agricultural stream. So your job and your role must fall into one of these categories, and you can click on the available resource in order to learn more about each stream. And then last reminder is the timing. So just because your employer agreed to applying or kind of sponsoring you under an LMIA, it is not automatic that the company can apply. So based on the IRCC timelines, again, if you Google like how long is the average processing time for an LMIA application, it depends on the category that your employer is applying you for. So for example, for Global Talent Stream, it only takes 7 business days upon application. And for high wage or low wage stream, it takes about 54 business days for IRCC to process your application. Or for a PR stream, it's 73 days. So technically, that's almost 2 months for Canada to process your employer's LMIA application. But apart from the processing time available online, part of the LMIA process is for your employer to show and prove that they really cannot find a local worker to take on the role. So they need to actually post on the Canadian Job Bank and other job posting sites for at least 1 month that they are actively looking for someone to fill in the role. So that means, for example, for me, if my application is under 54 business days, I need to add another month on top of that to show that to take into account the timing to show that my employer is posting my current role and job online. So really, timing wise, the earlier the better for an LMIA process. Personally, for me, I'm starting it at 4 months before the expiry of my work permit. But to be honest, it's also taking a lot of time for my employer to even post on the job bank because there's a lot of requirements that they need to see on the employer side. I'm not exactly sure on all the company documents that they need to submit, but your company would need to be open in sharing their tax forms, company profile, business documents, etc. To the immigration consultant, so that they can start actively processing your LMIA. So as of March 11, 2024, the latest update on my side is we've already engaged with an immigration consultant. The fees are quite high, but at the same time, timing wise, I know they haven't posted the job posting yet, so no actual application has been made yet. So I'll update you on the next.